Hello viewers, this is your Michael for Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my cinema called The Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else away, let's get into the latest episode. Let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, we see the elite Fumataro pirates, who are trying on doing a sneak attack on the village, got near one of the bridges that was cut down by Boruto and the others. So basically, Kagura's plan was to cut all the bridges that across the ravine that the pirates need to cross to make a sneak attack on the hidden mist village. So basically, the only way to get across the ravine is through the mountain town. It's for that little mountain town village that Kagura grew up through. Now. Fumimachi, who's in charge of the elite pirates that was posted, headed to do a sneak attack, figured that all the bridges are, he feels like this is some type of setup. So basically, he believes that maybe the mission ninjas are learning into some type of trap. So basically, he's thinking that all the bridges across the ravine are all taken down taken down. So basically, he believes that that the messengers are leading in the trap. So basically, he sent a scouting team to investigate and see that anybody to go into that mountain town across the ravine with the bridge untapped, where Boruto and others are setting up an ambush to see if there's any ninja activity there at all. Thinking Fumasaki is thinking that using his mind, that he's thinking that there's some type of setup going on here. So anyway, Ribe and Karaki, Ribe and Dinky was watching the pirates, sending their scouting party, and we put it back to Boruto and others. So basically, back at the mountain village where Kaga grew up with. So basically, Kaga and the others were basically preparing for when the pirates do show up. Now, these guys are elite pirates. They're the most. These are the elite pirates of the Fume pirates. So basically, these guys won't go down easy, and especially Fumsaki, who's in charge of the sneak attack after Lady Siren got injured, and she was sent back to the main pirate headquarters to get her injuries treated better and covered and whatnot. So anyway, Bonta had a conversation about her. I heard about you trying to kill Kagura. What you were thinking, I was thinking about, I wanted to be free, I thought that free sentences were bullshit, but, Bonta said that you didn't, I know that you heard, I know you heard Bonta. Bonta said I heard about about the due sentences, but you didn't about you eavesdropping on Kagura's conversation about due sentences, but he thought but you didn't heard the whole conversation about that. So basically, Kagura is spinning a little backwards to get us recruited. no matter what. So basically, he get like Carter said that he will make sure that we will get credit and free from jail soon. So basically, her Ichigo said like that's a bird that's a bunch of bullshit. I said she said like I should have we should have broke out when Suzuma we should have broke up with Suzuma. We should have followed Suzuma in that jailbreak. So basically, and that's about to tell her Ichigo that, Suzuma, tells her about, Suzuma, I never tell anybody this, that Suzuma asked me to break out with him, and I said yes. So basically, what time when Suzuma came, when the jail quit, I was ready to break out with Sisma. I was deeply in love with him and whatnot, and that's when Sisma used me as a decoy and poisoned me, and used the other two swordsmen that Sisma who led those new legendary led Bunter and the other new swordsmen to try to do a coup and take over this village. He used her and the other two dudes as pawns for him to break out. So basically, he didn't really care about us. He didn't care about himself breaking out. So basically, her Ichigo was like, oh shit. She felt kind of stupid that that Sisma didn't care much about it, didn't care anything about us when he broke out. So basically, Buster that clear, if you hurt Carver again, I'm gonna kill you. So anyway, we ran out this. So basically, we ran Diggy reported that the pirates are sending a search party and whatnot, and blah blah blah. So basically, everybody was still setting up, reporting that the pirates is sending a search party, like a 3-man search party to check out the village and make sure that making sure that this isn't any type of set up trap and whatnot. So anyway, Clocky was, when Clocky actually, took off his headband after, for a minute, took off his headband and placed it on the crate, and one of the little kids from the village took Clocky's headband and started to play ninja with it. So basically, everybody was here. So basically, they wanted to make sure that everybody's everybody's out of sight, make sure orders to be out of sight, once the search party comes, everything will be on the up and hot, and search party can report back to Funsaki, and him and the elite and the rest of the pirate forces will come out any pirates, and they can spin their trap, and Boruto can spin their trap. So being appeared, Cogman said that the marks on your release. Kaga had a competition with Boruto, Kyo, and her Ishto that and he released those marks on their necks. He said that those marks on your necks were I wasn't very truthful about those marks on your neck. So basically, if I would have died, if I died, these are elite Fume pirates. These are elite Fume pirates, and Fusaki is no joke. So basically, it's most likely we won't survive. So basically, if I get killed, those marks are bound to my life. So the marks that put on your neck, if I die, you guys die. So basically, her Ichigo did not know that, if she would have killed, she did not know that, if she did, because she was kind of shocked that that if she would have killed Kagura, she and the others would have died instantly from those marks. So basically, Kagura was had faith. I had faith in you guys. You guys didn't try to escape. Even though he doesn't know the truth that Vanta Bunter was tricked, was used, tricked by Sansa and whatnot. But anyway, so basically, Kyo is hurt Ichigo, and Bunter was like, get Kaga for trusting the, get Kaga for trusting them and whatnot, and basically they said they'll fight by his side and whatnot. So basically, it seems like her Ichigo was very hesitant. So basically, Kuraki noticed that his headband was missing, and also a bunch of kids was missing well. So basically, if those kids, if those kids are spotted with Weebay's headwind, that means the pirates will know that they're walking their tracks. So basically, lucky for them, they managed to catch the kids before the scout king spotted the kid with Weebay's headband and whatnot, and basically the search party came, and started to investigate the village and whatnot. Everything seemed, Boruto and others were basically out of sight. When the pirate search team came, the freeman search team of the pirates, the search team is came and and just but it seems like everything was okay and whatnot until her Ichigo decided to screw this, and that's her position not being spotted by the search team, and she decided since she's free of that curse box, I'm free to go whatever I want to. So basically she decided to ban her comrades and the others and whatnot, but Metal Lee tried to get was trying to tell her that if you run now, you'll never be a critic. Kaka can get you a critic and whatnot. After he worked so hard, after all the problems that you guys, after you will be still a criminal, and you probably won't get a chance to be a critic on your charges. So basically, her teacher thought, what, I'm tired of being forced to do things that I don't want to, and knocked out Metal Lee with the butt of her sword and just left. So basically, Metal Lee came back after the search parties, left and whatnot, and told everybody the bad news. So basically, the search party came back, to Fumisaki, and Fumisaki, heard the search party's report, and basically, it seems like everything has to open up, but, Fumisaki believes that, this still might be a trap. So basically, let everybody be on our guard, and basically that's how the episode ended, with Fumisaki, hearing the scout team's report about the village that Kagura go up in, after they searched and did a search of it, but Fumisaki is Fumisaki is was still hesitant to he still think this might be a trap, and the scout team confirmed that the leader of it saying that a bunch of bandits took out the bridges a few days ago and whatnot. So basically, Fumisaki said, all right, then we're going to the village, but we will keep on our guard in case those ninjas try, in case this is a trap, and that's how, and the pirates are going towards the village, and her Ichigo is leaving the village, and basically that's how the episode ended. So anyway, this was a good episode. This was an okay episode. So anyway, we're going to go to this episode. Good, bad, or just okay. This was an okay episode. So anyway, sign off. One.